What's going on, guys? Tony Maritato here, licensed physical therapist, and one of the most requested videos I get is what should a patient do within the first 1 to 7 days after a total knee replacement, especially if they're not getting in-home physical therapy and they're not able to go to outpatient physical therapy. So within the first week, most of the time, you will be standing already. The surgical center or the hospital will have gotten you up, will make you stand, will do car transfers before they let you leave. But then you get home and you're not sure what to do. Most people are going home with a standard 4-wheel walker. One of the most common exercises I prescribe for my patients is standing weight shifts at the kitchen sink. So this is a typical kitchen sink scenario. What I would do is I would have my patient come up to the sink, park the walker on the side, hold on to the sink because the sink is very stable. It gives you something you can lean on. And then what we do is we start with a side-to-side sway. If you guys remember that old middle school dance, the girls out here, you're shifting side to side. That's basically what we're doing. And the reason why we're doing this is we want to shift weight onto the surgical leg, off the surgical leg. We want to build some confidence in what the surgical leg can handle, because most of the first week's recovery, it's a psychological game. You're not sleeping well, you're not feeling well. Some people have stomach issues because of the medication. And we really want to get the confidence in knowing that surgical leg can support us even if we pick up the non-surgical leg. So I start with 10 to 20 weight shifts, just side to side. Then if my client feels comfortable, we start bending the knee a little bit to pick up the heel, eventually working toward it completely picking up the surgical and then the non-surgical leg back and forth. Again, about 20 repetitions. It could be less, it could be more. It's just to get a feel for the movement. Once you've done that, then what we do is we put the surgical leg forward closest to the counter. We put the non-surgical leg back just a little bit. And now I do the same weight shift going front to back. My hands are on the counter. If I'm not totally confident, I can lean into the counter, but it's here for safety and security. I would repeat 20 repetitions, and what you'll notice is my front toe comes up as I go back. This is the surgical leg. My back heel comes up as I come forward. This starts to replicate normalized walking, gait training, but in a safe, secure environment. Once we've done about 10 to 20 of them, if you feel really great, you can start to pick up the back foot, you can pick up the front foot. We switch. I put the non-surgical leg forward, I put the surgical leg back, and now I'm doing the same front to back rocking motion. Once again, as I build confidence, I can start to pick up one foot, pick up the other foot. And so this would be something I would really focus on those first few days post-op, certainly within the first week, as my patient gains confidence. Once they determine, okay, my weight shifts are good, I feel secure, I'm not worried, what's next? Then we would turn sideways to the kitchen sink. I still have a handle that I can hold on to here. I would put the rolling walker on the opposite side. My surgical leg is between, obviously, the sink and the walker. And so now what I would do is I would do what we call a step through. And so the non-surgical leg is stepping forward, stepping back. The surgical leg is staying relatively stationary. It's rocking toe up, foot flat, heel up, foot flat, toe up, foot flat, heel up. This again starts to normalize the gait process. And the reason why I do it with my surgical side away from the sink is because I want the strong support opposite my surgical foot. Once I've done that, once I'm feeling secure, then I can start using the surgical foot to step through, step back. I'm doing the same weight shift. I'm doing the same heel lift, toe lift. This is getting the brain to start to think, okay, this is what normal walking is like. And then of course, level 3. So first you did it at the counter, then you did it perpendicular to the counter, now level 3, you actually start to walk. So I would turn around, I would go ahead and walk the length of the counter. I would turn toward the counter, You don't want to turn away because here you're out in no man's land. You don't have support. I turn toward the counter and then I walk back. The counter is here. I can use it as much or as little as I want. I would do 3 to 4 repetitions depending on the length of your counter. And then bonus exercise, if you're really feeling amazing, you're in a safe environment, you have people around you, it's a great idea to work on backing up. Backing up is such an important element when we're talking about walking, gait training, anything like that, especially when you're thinking about backing up to the commode, backing up to the car seat, backing up into situations where you're not necessarily seeing what's behind you. You've surveyed the ground. You know that you're not going to trip over anything, but letting your body feel that retro stepping process, really an important aspect that not enough people practice or work on. So this is usually what I prescribe when I'm seeing somebody for the first or second time in outpatient physical therapy within the first week or so after a total knee replacement. In the next video, I will share more advanced exercises for the person who's ready to get rid of the walker but hasn't gotten rid of it yet. I'll see you guys on that video.